Last week we had a look at how to crochet a basic top-down hat, and this week we'll work a basic bottom-up crochet hat. That's one that's worked from the ribbing up to the crown. So get ready, that one's coming up.
My name is Brittany, and I'm your guide to better crochet and knitting because I believe yarn does more than make pretty things. I craft because it occupies my hands and it calms my mind. I love the process, and something pretty is the result. I want that for you too. Here, we love yarn, we love to learn, and we truly believe yarn can do more for us than make pretty things.
The bottom band for a basic bottom-up crochet hat is usually worked flat, and then you'll join it later to create a round. Now I want to mention that this pattern is available in 7 different sizes, ranging from preemie to tween, so you'll want to refer to this description below for a link to the pattern if you want to work a size other than the tween. That'll be the size I'm demonstrating with today. Now for this size, you'll start the project with 9 chains. Then single crochet in the second chain from the hook and in each remaining chain. At the end of the row, chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and turn your work. For the second row in the band, you'll work a single crochet in the back loop only of your first stitch and in each of the remaining 7 stitches. Now the band repeat is really simple no matter which size you're working on. The only difference is in the number of stitches you have, but the technique is the same. You'll always chain 1 at the beginning of the row, you'll always work 1 single crochet in the back loop of every stitch, and turn. The number of times you repeat that row is also dependent on the size you're making. So work the last row until it measures the proper length for the size that you're creating. For this tween size, my target length for the band is about 18.5 inches. Again, just check the description below for a link to the pattern so you can find your size. When you're finished crocheting the band, you'll join by working a slip stitch in the back loop of each of your stitches. From there, we're ready to transition to rounds. So the first round of your hat, chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, and then single crochet in the same space. By the way, this part, how it begins, is the same for all sizes, but the number of stitches you work is going to be different. That first single crochet is your first stitch of the round. From here, you'll need to evenly space a certain number of stitches, which is determined by the size you're making. Now, since I'm crocheting the tween size, I will evenly space 60 single crochet. For the sides of the hat, we have a really simple repeat, and how each round is worked is the same for all 7 sizes, but again, the stitch count is going to be different. You'll chain 3 at the beginning of the round, make 1 double crochet into every stitch, and at the end of the round, you'll join with a slip stitch to your 3rd chain. Now the number of times you repeat this round is determined by the size, so again, refer to your pattern to see how many times you should repeat round 2 of the sides. I'll repeat this round through round 6 for the tween size. From here, we have the band work, we have the side worked, and we're ready to start on the crown decreases. Now, as you guessed, each size has a particular number of double crochets to work in between the decreases, so you want to refer to the pattern for those details. For the tween size, I'll chain 3 at the beginning of my first decreasing round, which does count as the first stitch in this round. For this size, I'll need to make 4 double crochets in between my decreases, and since my chain 3 counts as the first, I'll work a double crochet 3 more times. When you're ready to work your decreases, you'll do a double crochet 2 together, and then continue with your repeat. For the tween size, that's double crochet in the next 4 stitches, followed by a decrease or a double crochet 2 together. No matter which size you're working on, each subsequent decreasing round will be very similar with one exception. The number of stitches worked in between the decreases is 1 less for each round. So in this second crown decreasing round for the tween size, I'll work 3 double crochets in between the double crochet 2 together decreases. Everything else stays the same. Chain 3 at the beginning counts as your first stitch, work your repeat in between, join with a slip stitch to your chain 3. Work through your remaining decreasing rounds as indicated in the pattern, and then fasten off and use the end to close and secure the opening. Now I'm here to serve you, so please let me know what videos you would like to see from me in the coming weeks. Tell me that in the comment section below. Thank you so much for that feedback, and thank you for tuning into this episode of B.Hooked, the place where we love yarn, we love to learn, and we truly believe yarn can do more for us than just make pretty things. Subscribe for continued progress in your craft, and I'll see you in the next one.